shaking on my knees. Okay, bet that up. Counting money in between. Okay, bet that up. Bet that up. Bet that up. Got a million on my mind, blazing, about to light it up. Do my dance 'cause I can. Okay, bet that up. She my freak, she my fan. Okay, bet that up. Bet that up. Bet that up. Gotta show 'em how to do it. Going, turn up speakers up. Okay, bet that up. Shorty bad as fuck. She don't care, sun and pole or a copper rug. She keepin' my cheerleader on the bleachers. Booty vibing like a speaker. Cooler than cousin Skeeter. Drippy like a H2O.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar. I am the owner and the creator of this channel. I'm also the owner and the creator of the Big Words blog site. The information for my blog and for all of my social media contact info can be found on the banner for this channel. Today is August 11th, 2019. As you can see, there's no Michigan flag or no Johnson C. Smith University symbol behind me, so I'm not in my usual digs. I'm actually on location in Atlanta, Georgia, visiting some relatives. And as you can also see, I'm sharing the lens this time with someone else this is a relative, and this is a recording artist, Michael I-Zayah. I'm sorry, is it just I-Zayah?
No, it's Michael I-Zayah. You said it right the first time.
All right, Michael I-Zayah. So when I originally started the blog and when I started this channel, I also wanted to use it as a platform to give exposure to other individuals in my circle who were trying to launch their own their own offerings to the world, their own productions, their own art in this instance. And so about 2 years ago, after I started my blog, I did an interview with Michael I-Zayah, and I'm going to leave that in the description box below this video. And at that time, you released the single New Panties.
Yeah.
So you did a... Sorry?
Produced by DK.
Okay. So we wrote a whole interview around that single, and so here we are about 2 to 3 years later. We're back, and Michael's gonna talk to us about what he's been doing. So with that, Michael, let's jump in and let's hear about what you've been working on in your music lab. So the last time we got together, you had just done New Panties, and the video for New Panties is actually in the interview that's in the description box. So if you want to see it, click on that interview and scroll down to the middle. Have you released any singles since then?
Yeah, I released a bunch of singles, but the singles that I'm currently pushing right now is a song called Bet That Up with P. Dice. It's in the group with Fetty Wap called Remy Boys. And I'm pushing this other single, this R&B slow jam single called Wanna Know You featuring Tiffany Evans. And I'm still pushing New Panties because right now the people from the bigger radio stations that have a bigger platform, they're liking the song and they wanna help me push that along with my other 2 singles.
Okay. So when we were talking earlier, you said something about celebrity features. Yes. For those not familiar with the music industry, what are celebrity features?
I mean, basically, celebrity features are features that that you have in everything, as far as features like somebody that jumped on your song has a hook or a verse, or putting on some vocals and everything from people in the music world and the entertainment industry. That's what I'm saying, like as far as like celebrity features. People like that you know, like Beyonce, Jay-Z, you know, Meek Mill, people like them. Those are celebrities with a high profile status. You know, whether if they have fame and fortune, if they don't have the fortune, they still have the fame and the high profile status. That's something about celebrity features.
Okay. Okay.
And like I said, y'all heard of that song 679 with Remy Boys that came out years ago? P. Dice was on that song, and really that song is what put him on the map and everything. That's really like catapulted his career. Y'all don't know who Tiffany Evans is. Tiffany Evans is well known for being on Diary of a Mad Black Woman. She was that little girl that was singing in church. Excuse me. And she also was known for being on the song with Sierra called Promise Ring. That song was what put her on the map when she signed to Columbia Records. And she won Star Search years ago in 2003. You know, she did a song with Bow Wow called I'm Grown. She was managed by Beyonce's father, Matthew Knowles. And, you know, and like I said, you know, she was on her way to stardom, but she walked away from that label and everything from Columbia Records, and she decided to start her own indie label. And like I said, she, but after that, you know, she was worried about more of her personal life, but she came back and was over there doing her thing again with her music. She did a song with Fetty Wap, she did a song with T-Pain, she did a song with Kaep, she did a song with other industry artists and everything. She did a song with upcoming artists on major labels. She did a song with independent artists, including me. And for the record, she actually was the one that reached out in my DM first talking about doing the song, so that was a blessing right there by itself.
Okay. Very good. So, you know, before we move on, you and I have talked about Fetty Wap before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's a very unique sound that he has. Is that is there a name for that? What he does?
Ignorant R&B.
Oh, ignorant R&B.
That's well, yeah. 'Cause, I mean, like I said, I don't understand why, because R&B is R&B, but I guess, like I said, there's different genres of R&B that people don't just put it like this as regular R&B now in a box. So
okay, and I think it's like my brother Amal always says, you know, it's art.
Yeah.
You know, and so there are different expressions of it and different takes on it, but I never heard that term before.
I didn't either until he said it coming out of his mouth, you know, but I mean, shit, it's helping him sell records. He sold millions of records off of his music, so he's doing something right.
Yeah, they there's a really popular club in DC called The Park, and they play his stuff at happy hour and at nighttime. Okay, so celebrity features, and you've worked with those individuals. Mm-hmm. How about your music? Has any of your music made it on to the radio?
It was on the underground stations, the underground radio stations, but it didn't make I wasn't able to get it on the bigger radio stations with the bigger platform until now, recently. You know, I'm just now getting my just due as far as, you know, people from bigger radio stations wanted to work with me and stuff.
So when you say the underground stations, are those stations that, is that on FM, AM? Is that, you hear those online?
Internet radio.
Okay.
Internet radio.
Can you like name one of them for us, or
sure,
in case I want to go check it out?
Yeah, sure. The one that I did mostly, it was dang. It was with this radio station called I can't bring it up at the top of my head.
Okay, you can always if it comes back to you during this interview, that's fine. And if not, then you know, some other time.
Yeah.
Okay, so underground radio.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that you're working on an EP right now, which would be your first EP. Talk about that.
Project and everything. My first project is going to be called I-Zayah. I actually posted it on my social media. I posted it, like I said, on my Instagram, on my Twitter, on my Facebook. That story behind why I called it that is because when I was a kid, my favorite children's book was called Amazing Grace. It was popular like in the 90s, the 80s, 90s, especially like in the black community. but it was basically like talking about like this little girl, like how, you know, people would always down her and everything, and you know, she said like, oh, you can't do this and that because you're black, or you can't do this and that because you're a female, and she was able to do her thing, and she was able to prove people wrong every time. Like, you know, she could do anything that she put her minds to. So basically, why I called it Amazing Zay, from my story, from my perspective, is because for years I had my struggles, I had my ups and downs with the music industry, with people that so-called claimed that they was in the music industry and they really wasn't, or people that was in the industry and they did a thing to where they unfortunately was abusing their authority, you know. So, I mean, I went through my ups and downs for the past few years because I started recording in 2009 November. And like I said, I have my struggles, I have my ups and downs. I mean, it is what it is, but it taught me a lot. But long story short, I mean, I basically was calling it that is because a lot of people have proved me wrong. I mean, a lot of people kept saying to me, kept trying to put me down and try to talk down to me, saying that I wouldn't be this, I wouldn't be that, or like I wouldn't be successful in anything that I do with my music. And I but I was able to prove people wrong every time. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, instead of me talking about it like how I used to, I was like, fuck talking about it, I'm gonna just be about it, you know? So I was doing things low key with my music and everything, especially bumping elbows with a lot of industry people behind the scenes, you know what I mean? And like I said, that's the reason why I called it Amazing Zay, because I was able to prove people wrong every time. And the type of music that I'm putting out now, people are shocked by it, especially with the people that I've been working with, you know?
Okay, so you had some naysayers along the way.
That's why I called it Amazing Zay, because it's actually similar. The cover is actually similar to the book Amazing Grace, but I remixed it and I turned it into my own little image.
Okay, is that one of the images that you showed me earlier? Okay, all right. And you know, there are some images on the front of this video and on the back from Michael's, some of his album covers, which you just saw at the beginning, and what you're seeing at the back are actually his album covers. So, Michael, I'm gonna
my EP cover, my EP cover, and then the other two is my single covers.
Okay, yeah. So, Michael, I'm gonna
And one more thing,
okay.
The radio station was called Embodiment Radio. It was called Embodiment Radio. My apologies, Marine, if you're looking at this. It's called Embodiment Radio.
So that was the underground station.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Michael, I'm gonna break from the script here and just ask you this question. You can pretty much go in any direction you want to with it. So, a lot of kids say they want to do music. You've been working on this for a little while, so you have a lot of experience. And I have a godson actually who thinks he wants to do music. What's it been like, and what are the keys to continuing to, you know, develop your music and try to make it in the industry? Are there particular challenges to being in the industry? It sounds, as an outsider, I know that it must be very competitive, and there are a lot of pitfalls in it. Like, what would you say about trying to come up in the industry?
Well, I have a lot to say about that. Here's my thing. There is a lot of competition in this industry, but me and my eyes and everything, I see it as a competition, but I don't see it as a competition, because the way I see it is as long as you're putting out good music, as long as you're making sure that you know how to be creative and look at what's going to really get people's attention, and that's all that matters. Just be you, just be yourself. Don't sit up there and try to act like somebody that you're not. Don't sit up there and try to be like how the next person is, because people are going to look at you like, oh, you're trying to act like the next person, everything. He's not original. You don't want to have that type of, you don't want to have that reputation. You know, you don't want to sit up there and be a follower. You want to be a leader and, you know, lead by example, yeah. You want to lead by example. You want to sit up there and have your own lane, you know, be your own trailblazer, you know. But like I said, there's definitely you're definitely gonna have your ups and downs. Because I'm not gonna lie, just like with you said on the outside looking in, right? Before I came in this game and everything in the music business and music industry, I used to think this thing was easy as 1, 2, 3. But when I got in it, I realized that it wasn't easy like I thought it was. You know, because like I said, it's just like, you know, it's definitely very important to know who you have around you. It's very important to know that you have to have people around you that's going to have your best interests at heart and not sit up there and be around you for the wrong reasons. You know, you don't want to be around people that are fake and phony. That, like I said, I want to be around you for the wrong reasons, that claim that they do this and the third and they really don't. Or you don't want to deal with people in the industry that abuse their authority, you know, because there are a lot of people in this industry that are very cutthroat and are very selfish and don't think about nobody but themselves. And a lot of them are very prideful and very egotistical, you know what I mean, to the point where they sit up there and think that they're untouchable or they're unstoppable or think that they're not human and nothing bad is going to happen to them. It's like, you human like everybody else, like sit down somewhere. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I say your best bet is learn the business side yourself. Learn the business side. Learn that you have to look at, you got to look at studying a lot of things as far as publishing. You got to look at copyrights. You got to look at masters of your music. Mm-hmm. You got to look at as far as what kind of image that you want to represent for yourself. You got to look at as far as like how much money you're going to invest in your music, and you got to look at, okay, am I going to make this money back? You know, those are the things that you have to look at. You want to look. You also got to look at, okay, do I want to stay independent or not? If I want to stay independent, how can I go about this? Or if you want to sign to a label, look at what's the best label that you think that'll fit you. You know, because me personally, I've been indie for the past few years, and like I said, I'm finally getting my just due, even as an independent artist. And like I said, I have been working with several. I've been working with several upcoming artists, mm-hmm. and also been working with celebrity artists. But the people who I would definitely not mind signing to, I would not mind signing to. Well, I would love to sign to DJ Mustard. He owns this label called 10 Summers Records, and one of his artists is LMA, who's known for that song "Boot Up."
Okay.
And he's and he's also like under Rock Nation's management with Jay-Z. I wouldn't mind signing to Quality Control Music, you know, because they got artists like Migos, the City Girls, Lil Baby, Lil Yachty, Rennie Rucci, people like them. I wouldn't mind signing with Meek Mill, since he just relaunched his label Dream Chaser Records, and he has Jay-Z by his side because he's gonna have Rock Nation on it too.
Okay.
You know, and the last two who I wouldn't mind signing to is I wouldn't mind signing to Akon with Convict Music. And let me tell you a story behind that, right? Mm-hmm. T-Pain, because I posted on my Facebook, right? T-Pain did a thing to where he was talking about how he was in like a gamble with the labels, right? Because Interscope wanted to sign him, but they wanted to give him a $900,000 bonus, right? Mm-hmm. But the thing was, when he was over there putting out music and all, he didn't want it to be no thing to where like, okay, that's a good single, like what else you have? But Akon, he signed to Akon for $20,000, but he promised him a career though, and he did just that, and his career took off.
Okay.
And recently, he signed another artist, which I don't want to, and this is also another artist that I had did a song with, you know, but I don't want to say no names, you know, I want to keep it a surprise and wait till I put it on my EP. But this artist was he was on Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
He was on Love and Hip Hop Miami. But I got some other features and everything, but like I said, it's going to be a surprise. But like I said though, man, like those are the people that I want to sign to. Oh, and last but not least, I wouldn't mind signing to Hitco. Hit Go Records is L.A. Reid's label, his new label.
Okay. L.A. Reid. Okay. Well, before we move on, what's the most challenging part of being a recording artist, or what's been the hardest part of this whole process for you?
Well, just the hardest part is just putting out the type of music that I feel like people are gonna like.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to put out just any type of music. I don't want to put like no bubblegum music. I don't want to put out no type of music that everybody is doing. But I also want to make sure that the type of music that I put out is up to date like everybody else, if that makes sense.
Okay. So in other words, you don't want to sound like everybody else.
Right.
Okay. I can see that being a challenge, you know, being unique, having your own unique sound, but also still, you know, appealing to most of the listeners. Okay. Where in Georgia have you performed? Have you performed at any clubs or?
A bunch of them.
Okay.
I performed at a bunch of clubs around Atlanta. I didn't perform like at any clubs outside of Atlanta yet, nor outside of Georgia. That's a process. But like I said, I performed in. I had performed in at this small little club. I forgot what it was called, but it was in Fort Industrial. I performed in Decatur. I performed at some clubs in downtown. I performed at some clubs on the south side, all around Atlanta, basically.
Okay. Do you enjoy performing?
I enjoy performing.
Okay.
It's like I said, that gives me a chance to like showcase my talent and also show people who I am as an artist.
So I imagine at this point you've been doing it for a while now. Do you still get nervous before going on stage, or is it just?
Sometimes I do. Especially when I perform, I make sure that I want to get the crowd's attention and they could feed off my energy. I'm actually I have a little show coming up this Friday and everything, and Portia, the chick that's on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, she's going to be hosting along with her husband, so I'm excited about that.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Do you, while we're here on camera, do you want to give the audience a little piece of something?
I mean, I'll sing my hook that I did on my song with Tiffany Evans.
Okay. Go for it.
Just out of being curious, I just wanna have a little connection. Wanna know you, I wanna know you. You went through a lot in your past. I just wanna make you smile and laugh. I just wanna know you, I wanna know you. That's just a hook.
Yo, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was good. Okay.
And I wrote that. I
Oh, you
wrote
did?
the whole song,
Okay.
except for Tiffany's.
Okay. So, Michael, so I have one last question here, and that is, if people want to connect with you and find your music or follow you on Instagram, well, what's your Instagram handle, first of all?
My Instagram name is Michael_I-Zayah, I-Z-A-Y-A-H 89. My Twitter is Michael_Zay89. And if you want to find me on YouTube and Facebook, just type in my name, Michael, M-I-C-H-A-E-L I-Z-A-Y-A-H. I have all my music videos, my interviews, my media, blog interviews, my throwback interviews of me from a kid to now. So you'll see all of that.
Okay.
And I'm also an actor and everything. Like I said, I was on this movie called Lit the Movie. I was on this show, this web series called Atlanta's Ugly, and we recently just got nominated for an award for it. Like I said, I did 5 films as a background actor, and like I was on this reality show with Killer Mike and T-Pain called Trigger Warning with Killer Mike. Unfortunately, they didn't show where I was performing or talking to Killer Mike and T-Pain, but I did make a cameo appearance when they had the cameras in my face.
Okay.
And it's on Netflix.
Okay. So you're a bit of a jack of all trades. So you sing and you act.
Some businesses too. I'm starting.
Okay. What? So you gave us your Instagram handle, your Facebook, your Twitter. Can people download your music anywhere? Is it on iTunes or SoundCloud?
My music is all on digital platforms, all different streams, all different digital platforms.
Okay.
iTunes, like I said, iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, Google Play, stuff like that.
Okay. And then when, well, did you just say something about starting businesses?
Yes.
What kind of businesses?
I'm gonna start this little clothing line where I'm gonna put out hats like this and stuff. And the fun fact is, this name, my name and everything and how it was created, I actually got it from my tattoo that I got done years ago. So I'm gonna be marketing and selling hats like these with different colors and stuff. And I'm gonna also do shirts and everything, but I'm gonna start out small and work my way up. I'm gonna start doing like a little condiment sauce line, because I know our uncle, like, he does it. So, you know, I'm still trying to figure out what kind of sauce I want to create and not do the same thing as him, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm biting off of him, you know. And also, me and Young Tone, shout out to Young Tone, it's a good friend of mine. We had this joint business and everything called The Fry, where we're basically selling Hawaiian soul food. It's basically cut out pineapples that's cut out in the inside. We dice up the pineapples with the rice and we put it in, and we also put it in with cut up chicken, shrimp, steak. We got like mango marinara sauce, hot sauce, teriyaki sauce, avocado sauce, all of that.
Okay.
Like, what black business do you know in all that sells Hawaiian soul food?
Well, actually, I don't know any
You know?
black businesses that sell Hawaiian soul food.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Michael, last question here. Your EP, when do you predict you'll be done with that? When do people expect your new EP?
I want to give and take. Like, I don't want to put a date on it and everything, to be honest. I did put a date on it recently, but I had to push it. I had to push it back just because I got to take care of some things behind the scenes, you know. But it should be out sometime this year, at the end of this year. If not at the end of this year, it should come out sometime in January or February.
Okay.
But making sure that I'm going to do everything I can, that it's going to be put out sometime at the end of this year.
Okay. And it's going to be called
I-Zayah.
I-Zayah. Okay. Well, Michael, if you don't have anything else, we'll conclude it right there. Or should I say right here. And thank you for coming on my channel. Hopefully you'll be back sometime soon and we can talk after you drop I-Zayah. And everyone, I'm going to leave Michael's social media contact info in the description box below. Please remember to like the video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel. And always remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Take care, and I will talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Make our own rules like to rebel. Just tired of being curious. I just wanna have a little connection. I wanna know you. I wanna know you. You went through a lot of your past. I just wanna make you smile and laugh. I just wanna know you. I wanna know you. I wanna know you.
I really wanna know you. Quiet as kept, I've been looking for you too. And you know that I can't lie, you're always on my mind.